Hi there, my name is Tamir and I am a music student at Queen's College and I'm just about to go into my second year. My typical day as a music student in Cambridge involves waking up at roughly 8 a.m. in the morning, possibly having a lecture or two, and if not, doing some independent work, and then after lunch doing some more independent work. This independent work involving sort of reading, writing essays, harmony and counterpoint most of the time, but also composing for some of it. Then I'll have a double bass practice just before dinner, and then after dinner there'll be some form of evening activity, whether that's a rehearsal for a concert or a gig that I'm doing, um, or just sort of hanging out with my friends, or actually playing in a concert or seeing one. Um, and so, yeah, one of my favorite things about studying music at Cambridge so far is the freedom that I've had to take control of my own studies. So, despite having compulsory papers throughout the first year, I was still able, to some extent, to pursue topics within subjects that I was studying to a much greater extent than others. Uh, so, for instance, within the history module, I was able to really look at Lully and explore his influence on French Baroque music throughout the 17th century and into the 18th century. I also really enjoyed the fact that I was able to compose jazz, like a jazz piece of music, as part of my course. When I applied, I didn't realise that the composition module would be open to us composing music outside of contemporary classical music. So I was really happy about that. And also, as a general thing, I've really enjoyed the fact that I've been able to completely immerse myself in the subject of music. So even when I'm not studying, I'm able to perform and compose and sort of play in or listen to music. It happens. It's all music's all around me basically, and I've had no trouble during the course of getting myself involved in all these musical activities. So the highlight of my Cambridge experience so far has probably been working with Cujo, which is the university big band, and seeing the progression of the band throughout the year. So at the beginning, we were okay, but there were a lot of rough patches in the music. But by the time it got to sort of the end of Lent term, the second term, the band was sounding really, really good, really tight, and you could hear how well the band was gelling together. So that was really nice to see all those hours of rehearsal paying off. And yeah, if there was one piece of advice that I'd give to prospective students, um, it would be that yes, that there's a lot of Western classical music involved in the course, and it's important to be passionate about Western classical music if you're applying for a course that's so heavily based in this form of music. But I'd also say that it's okay to it's really not a crime. It's a great thing actually to be interested in other forms of music as well. So whether that's jazz or K-pop or rap or just normal pop music. I think that's great, and that's something that you shouldn't be afraid to explore, listen to, read about, whatever, because you'll most likely be able to do it as part of the course, whether through a dissertation or composition or whatever, or possibly as part of your extracurricular activities, depending on what it is. Um, so yeah, don't be afraid to explore genres out sort of music outside of the Western classical tradition. All right, many thanks. Bye bye.